Today, I'm gonna give you the exact system, the real numbers, and the step-by-step process I use to scale my own business, Bob's Auto Gleam, from my driveway to $35,000 a month in revenue. Look, if you're watching this, you're probably exactly where I was a couple summers ago. Tired of working for someone else and ready to build something of your own. A year and a half ago, I was a software engineer who got laid off. Today, my detailing business consistently hits $35,000 in monthly revenue with 25 to 35% profit margins. And it started with $500 and zero experience. Over the next 15 minutes, I'll explain exactly how. So here's the 4-step system I used and why each step matters. Step 1, tools and skills. Here, we'll dive into the exact $500 starter kit I used when I first got my detailing business off the ground and why it's really all you need. Then we'll dive into service packages and pricing. This will go into how I created my first few packages and why to keep it simple when you're first starting out. Up next, we'll dive into online presence, which is a huge one. We'll dive into Google Business Profile, your social media presence, and a simple website, and why showing your face in 2026 is a non-negotiable. Finally, we'll dive into lead generation on autopilot, warm outreach, cold outreach, and free content. And once you've mastered these 3 pillars, then we'll introduce paid ads, but only after the rest is dialed in and you've gotten the ball rolling. So this simple but effective system took me from the back of my SUV to a shop in only a matter of 1 summer. Let's get into it. Let's dive right into the first portion, tools and skills. So this is the $500 starter kit, exactly what I use to start my detailing business and all you'll need in order to get your business off the ground. So number 1 is a good wet dry vac. You can get this rigid at Home Depot for about 99 bucks. It has a couple attachments. You can order additional attachments on Amazon if you need a good crevice tool, and this thing will last you a very long time and is all you need in terms of a vacuum. Then we will need a pressure washer. So Ryobi makes a solid 1800 PSI pressure washer, should last you at least 2 years. 89 bucks, 1800 PSI is a solid pressure for doing car detailing, and it's all you're really gonna need to get started. It also has a solid attachment gun here, and then you can get a quick connect if you need for a foam cannon. Then we want to talk about microfiber towels. So Costco actually makes the best microfibers. They come in 36 packs for $19.99. Just be sure to keep your paint towels separate from your wheel towels and your interiors when you're doing laundry. That way you can make sure that you're not going to cross-contaminate. Your paint towels are going to stay immaculate, and interior towels as well. Another strategy there is you can color code these, but for now, just get 1 pack of these Kirklands for $19.99. That's all you're really going to need to get started. Let's get into detailing brushes. So SPTA makes a great beginner's detailing brushes set for $11.65. You got your boar's head, and then you have a couple more rigid ones. This is all you need to get started for vents and surfaces on the interior, like buttons and areas that are hard to reach with a microfiber towel. A good wheel brush is also nice to have, and you can get that on Amazon pretty cheap, around $3 to $4. And finally, we will talk about 5 essential chemicals that you need to get started. So first off, we need a good pH neutral shampoo. Meguiar's Gold Class is solid. $9.69 is all you need. Then don't go buy 15 different cleaners. Just get 1 good APC, which will work for wheels, interiors, and even engine bays. So this one from 3D is solid. It's $26.99, very highly dilutable. So that's a full gallon. That will make at least 300 bottles of APC, depending on your dilution ratio. Next, solid glass cleaner. We use Spray Away. This is amazing. It foams up. It doesn't streak. Another good option is just 50/50 isopropyl alcohol mixed with water. A good ceramic sealant is going to be incredible for ease of drying and also adding an additional shine. So we love the one by Technician's Choice. You can get it on Amazon for $39.95, and this will make drying much easier, add a really good gloss and shine to the vehicle, and you can advertise it as about a 3-month wax. It's a spray wax. Finally, iron remover. This is going to help out with your decontamination washes and get the iron out of vehicles. Paint. This is a solid option. Megs sells it for $12.34 in a little spray bottle. Eventually, you're going to want to start getting gallon sizes of this. An iron remover is unfortunately slightly expensive, but you're likely not going to have to use it on every single vehicle that you detail. So if you want the exact $500 starter kit that allowed me to build my business to where it is today, the link is down in the description below. This brings us to our next section. Before you ever touch a paying customer's car, master the full detail. So there's a lot of content online that I'll share that will help you learn the ins and outs of doing a full detail. But the very basics are we always start off with an interior and then we finish with the exterior. And the reason being, if you're using compressed air, You don't want to be blowing dust and debris from the interior of the vehicle onto a freshly cleaned exterior. And you also don't want dust starting to settle on the exterior or contaminants if you're working outside on someone's driveway before you deliver the customer's car back to them. So the shortest amount of time you can have between finishing the exterior and handing the keys back to customer, the better, because then they can see the work that you've done in its like initial most perfect state. So step one, just remove the trash and the floor mats. Then you want to do an interior vacuum and blowout. Blowout is if you already have a air compressor. If you don't, just do a really good interior vacuum. You can use like a leaf blower if you'd like, or just not at all. Up next, interior wipe down and detail brush all surfaces. So you're going to use your APC here. Make sure you're really getting all surfaces well. A detail is not a car wash. And what separates us from your, down the block $25 car wash is the fact that we go deep into crevices, hard to reach areas, buttons, like areas where a customer would not expect a car wash to do a good job on their car. So once we're done on the interior, then we move on to the exterior. So we're going to detail the wheel wells, rims, and tires. Be sure we use a good wheel cleaner or the APC that we talked about in the section before. And then we move on to an exterior rinse and hand wash. We'll use the 2 bucket method, which there's tons of content on online. So I don't need to, reinvent the wheel. And then we want to add our exterior protection, which is going to be that ceramic detail spray that I mentioned above. That one's an awesome option because you can spray it on and rinse it off, and it's super quick to apply. Finally, we do the finishing touches, which will be the tire shine, glass clean, and any remaining final touches that you notice still need to be touched up. So practice on your own car, then practice on your family and friends' vehicles. These are ways you can get good Google reviews and start to build your portfolio by taking before and after photos of every single vehicle you work on, even if it's your own or your friends and family. And remember, the goal is not perfection when you first start, it's confidence in repeatable results. So once you've nailed that, you're ready to charge higher prices and start working on real customers' vehicles. Next, let's dive into how to package your services and handle pricing. So step one, you want to create simple service packages. Don't overdo it here. Start with 3 simple packages for full details: your silver, your gold, and your diamond, or, good, better, best. Silver full detail intention here is for vehicles that are pretty clean. This is your bread and butter. This is what people are going to book most frequently when you first start your business. And what's included here is a full interior detail, exterior hand wash, wheel wells, rims, and tires detailed. Streak-free windows and mirrors and tires are dressed. I'll link my booking platform page that shows all of my packages and shows exact descriptions that I use in my business. Up next, you're gonna have your gold full detail. This will be a clay bar on the exterior in addition to everything that was included in the silver full, and a bit of a deeper clean for the interior as well. Then finally, we have our diamond full. So everything from the gold plus full interior shampoo and a 1-step polish over the entire vehicle. This will be more of a paint enhancement, and I don't want to get people thinking that they need to start including paint enhancement from the second they start their business. But for those of you who do already know paint correction techniques, always nice to have an option with a full package that includes that. So next, price like you respect yourself. An hourly breakdown you should be trying to target $100 per service hour delivered, including travel time. So from the moment you left your home base to the moment you returned, $100 per hour for that service. So it's not greedy, it's just real business and how you will build a long-term profitable business. And when somebody asks you how much, this is always where you don't want to answer right away. You want to ask them what they need first. Are they going to be reselling their car? Is it the first time they've gotten it detailed in a while? Or do they just want it fresh for something that's special, like a date coming up? And this is when you can provide the recommendation, which would be the right package, and then give the price based on that outcome that they were expecting. So very briefly, for sedans, you're looking to charge $250 for the silver, $280, and then $310 for the XL. And I have a much more detailed pricing calculator that I can walkthrough is included in my community. For the gold full detail, you have $300 for the sedan, $330 for the midsize, and $360 for the XL. If you notice, my step size per service is $30. And then finally, for the diamond full detail, we start that one off at $575. Up next is the $675, and finally $775 for XL vehicles. The reason I do $100 step sizes for the diamond is because anytime paint correction is involved for a detail, I do $100 per vehicle size difference because it just takes more time to polish much larger vehicles. So don't apologize for your prices. The penny pinchers will look the other way. That's a win-win. You don't want to be working with these clients. They don't respect your time and they cause constant headaches and will always be asking for discounts and never valuing your services at their full price. We also, when I first started my business, offered interior only packages. Right now, since I have a shop, I no longer offer interior only. We now do mainly paint correction and ceramic coatings and full details or just exterior. And then for those of you who are familiar and very experienced in ceramic coating offerings, these are the packages that I offer for my ceramic coating services. New car package does not include any polishing, a layer of ceramic. We use a 5-year warranted ceramic coating for this package, $750, $850, $950, depending on vehicle size. 5-year shield and 10-year armor are the same. They include a wash and a clay, a 1-step polish, a layer of ceramic, and then a 5-year warranty. This one's 15, 16, and 17. And then for the 10-year armor, this one is going to be the same exact one, but have a 10-year certified ceramic coating. So it's just a more durable coating that we use. Diamond Guard is like our most prestige ceramic coating package that we offer. This one actually includes a 2-step paint correction, clay bar treatment, 2 layers of ceramic, and we will do a limited lifetime warranty on this package. This one we offer for $29.99, $3,099, and $3,199, depending on the vehicle size. Let's dive into building your online presence. So first and most importantly here, let's talk about Google Business Profiles. This is your free local storefront. If you set it up correctly, Google will send you customers. Most importantly, here we're going to want to make sure that everything is accurate, including your hours, your phone number, and your booking links. And we want to make sure this is all accurate and uniform across all platforms: Yelp, your website, Google Business. So basic, have an address or the areas you serve if you're still a mobile business. Include hours, make sure they're accurate across all platforms. Have your phone number, and definitely have your online booking platform link so customers can book directly with you when they find you online and not have to ever call a human being to book an appointment. You'd be surprised how much friction this removes and how many bookings you'll get completely automated without ever having to talk to somebody. So up next, you want to make sure you're posting tons of photos. Show befores and afters of your work, show the locations you work at, show fresh vehicles, show your van setup or your SUV, whatever you're working at, you standing in front of the cars you've detailed. Just get as many photos as you can uploaded to your Google Business profile, and be sure to geotag them as well. If you're taking them on an iPhone, they're automatically going to be geotagged, or you can use a website like GeoImager to geotag them and then bulk upload them to your business profile. And you're going to want to add products which are going to correlate with the services that you offer and have their prices readily available. This will definitely help rank you using SEO and make sure that you're coming up, when someone's searching full detail or ceramic coating, because your products are going to have those terms in their name. Then we want to make sure that we are getting as many 5-star reviews as we can. The goal here is get to 100 5-star reviews as quickly as possible. It will change the game for your business and get you ranked high so much quicker than if you don't have reviews. You're going to want to be posting constant updates to your profile. I think they're called posts now, but basically these are like updates that are essentially blog posts. They can be up to 1,500 characters, and you want to flood them with SEO keywords like ceramic coating, paint correction, full detail, car detailing, interior detailing. Be sure to post 2 or 3 of these per week. Minimum. Like I mentioned, phone number, website, and socials, and have your booking link attached to the profile, and always be uploading geotagged photos. You want to be doing this on a consistent basis. So at least, 5 to 10 photos per week, ideally. Your first photo dump, you're going to want to do 50 to 100 to make sure that you're ranking well. I've seen instances where people will rank lower than someone even if they have better reviews and more reviews, because the guy above them has many, many, many more photos. Then let's dive into social media and building brand authority with your social media. Instagram and TikTok are the 2 profiles I'd recommend setting up when you first start your business. TikTok is just going to be for greater reach and entertainment. Instagram, you're actually going to be able to earn a local audience with. So let's talk about this a little bit. Most detailers will get this wrong. They'll only post final results or static before and after photos. You want to be posting the process, show yourself working, explain what you're doing, put your face on camera, and you're going to earn trust from your audience so much quicker. Also, share car care tips and tricks. This is going to engage your audience and get them to want to watch your content before they even want to detail. And then you're going to be top of mind when they're searching for somebody to get their car detailed with. And it'll help establish you as a local authority in your car detailing space. So I don't want to hammer it, but people buy from people they trust, and trust comes from seeing you consistently. So always put your face on camera. I promise you won't regret it. Also, you can do some static photos, some carousels, but definitely mix in video content and reels. Those are going to perform much better than static photos. Very briefly, I'll talk about the description, the profile description, and about me section in your bio. Make sure to have your business name, the type of service you offer. Always try to have a story posted because this shows users that your profile is active and the business is opened. You want to include your area, do authority by, showing how many 5-star reviews you have, show the services you offer very briefly, and then have a CTA in your description. So DM for free quote is what we use. And then you also want to link your website and booking platform. That's going to help a lot. And then finally, you want to have saved story reels, so pinned story reels where you can always save that type of work that you're doing when you post it to your story. So it almost acts like a resume or digital archive of all the types of services that you offer. And people can scroll through these and see your work if they missed it when you post the story. And then really lastly is you want to have pinned posts. So these are going to be your most engaged with posts that talk about who you are, who the business is, and the services you offer. So I've recently updated mine, but this one is about PPF and ceramic coating. This one is just mentioning all the services we offer and talking about if you just got a new vehicle, why to protect it and why to choose us. And this was on a 50th anniversary edition autobiography Range Rover, showcasing a paint correction and ceramic coating. So just to touch on it all again, descriptive bio, always have story highlights. You want to be on the camera, build trust with your audience, show off your high-end vehicles that you're working on because whatever you post is what you're going to attract, and have uniform thumbnails throughout. So try to use like similar coloring and fonts in your real thumbnails so that your profile looks clean when people first come to it. Finally, a simple website that works is very important. Don't overthink this. You can have a WordPress site with your services listed and your price ranges, a simple contact form that will send those leads to your email, or some sort of automation can be integrated that will shoot you a text when you get a new lead, and customer testimonials. So you want to be showing how many reviews you have and also have customer reviews on there. My site is extremely well optimized for SEO. So we have Car Detailer in West LA as the hero, and then tons of service area pages, which will help us rank organically in those areas. Include photos of you and your team if you have them, and people want to know who they're coming to see or who's coming to their house if you're a mobile provider. Make it mobile friendly for sure, because everyone's browsing on their phones these days. Simple, clean, and professional, mobile friendly. Those are the most important. And then SEO optimization is a bit more of an advanced strategy, but the most basic thing you can do to SEO optimize your site is include headers. Make sure you have a ton of keywords with car detailing in the cities that you're looking to target. Have a high-end design. There's tons of templates out there these days on Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, you name it, you can find a good looking website. And then make sure you have detailed contact information, a booking link attached somewhere on your site that you can hook up to, and then a lead form as well on your site. Let's dive into the lead generation system. So this is going to be very important and what most early business owners are interested in, because you've built out your business on Google, you have your services and your packages, you know how to detail a car. How do you get leads? So we use this 4-pronged approach where we combine warm outreach with cold outreach, free content, and then paid ads. And we stack all of these to build a very strong lead funnel and convert those leads into paying customers, repeat customers, and referrals as well. So let's start off with warm outreach. Warm outreach will be the people you already know, former coworkers, neighbors, gym buddies, friends, social media connections, and send them a simple message. Hey, just started a mobile detailing business here in town. Noticed your Lexus could use some love, and I'd love to show you what we can do. The first job for connections is 20% off. These people already trust you, so conversion rates are going to be much higher than they will for cold leads, and they'll probably refer you to others if you do good work. So that's step one. Step two, cold outreach, that works. This is where you separate yourself from the competition. You're going to be doing door knocking, local business visits, social media outreach. My favorite script for door knocking is, hi, hey, I'm Rob from Bob's Auto Gleam. Just finished detailing the Henderson's car down the street. I own a mobile detailing business in the area. Do you mind if I take a quick look at your car and let you know what I'd recommend? Another great script is, hey, I'm Rob. I own Bob's Auto Gleam mobile detailing in the area. And I just want to introduce myself and provide myself as a resource. If there's ever anything you need in the automotive space or just have a simple question, please feel free to reach out. This one is not pushy, and it also introduces yourself and will definitely result in sales because people don't feel like they're getting something pushed onto them that they don't want. Walk around their vehicle with them, point out any specific issues like water spots or any interior wear, paint problems, and then prescribe the solution. 20 conversations per week minimum. Track everything, who you talk to, their interest level, follow-up date, contact information if you got it. Most people will need 2 to 3 touch points before booking a service with you. Free content strategy. So this one is going to be using your Instagram and your TikTok, creating content that attracts your ideal customers. You want to show transformations, you standing in front of high-end vehicles that you want to attract, talking about the work you just did, sharing quick tips, documenting your process and how you do your work. You also want to be getting customer testimonials live on camera if you can. This is a strategy that works very well because it builds trust. Post consistently. So maybe here's what 6 months without protection does to your paint, or why your interior smells and how to fix it. Educational content and free value are going to really do well for you because people enjoy watching that and they won't feel like they're being sold to. And then engage with everybody who comments, follows you, or DMs you. Social media is about building relationships, not just broadcasting. Again, people don't want to be sold to. If you build a relationship with them, it's going to work well for you. And then paid ads is the final piece here. So we only want to start running paid ads once we've nailed the prior 3 steps and you have at least 25 to 55-star reviews on your Google business profile. Most people are jumping to paid ads way too early and wasting thousands of dollars. Google ads work best for standard detailing. People searching car detailing near me are already ready to buy. Like, they want to get that service. Facebook ads are interruption marketing and they're much harder to convert, but they do work for higher ticket services like ceramic coatings and PPF. You could always start small with like $15 of ad spend daily. You want to target high income areas within 10 miles of your base and track everything. You want to make sure you know your cost per click, your conversion rate, your customer LTV, and most importantly, your return on ad spend. If you're just spending money blindly and you don't know how much money you're getting in return, don't do that. You're going to bleed money and it's not going to be good for your business. So here's the key. You need systems first, customer management, scheduling and follow-up systems and processes, and then paid ads will amplify what you already have working. So all of these lead sources will go into a customer relationship manager, and that's where you'll do all the tracking and how you track your follow-up. You'll send text blasts using your CRM, give offers and promotions and specials to re-engage your audience, follow back up with people 3 to 6 months after they've gotten a detail to check in, see how they're doing, see if they're ready for another detail. And then this turns into bookings. So this is where your clients are going to book and then become repeat customers, refer you to their friends and family, and be your biggest advocate and free marketing for you if you do a really good job. Up next, we're going to talk about avoiding mistakes and ones that can definitely ruin your business. So first and foremost, don't overbuy gear too early. I did this. It's super easy to do. Fall into the trap of seeing stuff on social media, seeing all the really cool detailing sprays and chemicals and tools and polishers. Just buy what you need for your next 20 jobs, not the next 2 years, and you'll be all set up for success. And reinvest that money into marketing, pad your business checking account, and start to save up for future purchases like a van or a down payment on a shop rent space. Up next, don't overcharge. It's a race to the bottom. You're going to also attract customers that you don't want to by doing this. And I thought being busy meant I was doing good, but I was just busy. I was overworked, stressed out. 3 $400 jobs will always beat 6 $200 jobs, no matter what. Third, avoid red flag clients. You'll know them when you start to get the signals, but trust me, they'll ask for discounts. They'll question every single thing you offer. They'll want you to prove yourself with free work. And if you spot any red flags on the first phone call, run. You're not going to want this type of customer. And one bad review is better than months of headaches if you turn somebody away. Up next, don't wait forever to offer high ticket services like ceramic coatings. Coatings are probably the first thing I would recommend offering without polish, and then learn to polish. I waited way too long to add paint correction and coatings into my service, and this is a recipe to leave 15 grand on the table. And yeah, it's easy to learn. And then finally, do not sleep on Google reviews. You want to ask for Google reviews every single time you complete a service. Don't be shy about it. I used to be shy about it. Now I know that 5-star reviews are like having a sales team that is free on Google for you. They sell you when you're not even in the room, and it's really a recipe for success. Ask every single happy client right after they see the results and ensure that they leave you a review because it will really, really do wonders for your business. So these mistakes right here will cost you thousands if you let them in either time or money. And learn from me, just don't make these avoidable mistakes. They're super straightforward. Let's dive right into the 90-day action plan. So first off, let's talk about your foundation. This is going to be days 1 to 30. This is where you'll get your starter kit. You'll start working with friends and family, start learning on their vehicles, earn your first 10 paying customers, parlay that into your first 25-star reviews, and really perfect your process. This is your foundation, days 1 to 30 of starting your business, and what is the most important to get your feet off the ground. Moving into growth, this will be days 30 to 60. So this is where you want to improve your social media presence, start your warm outreach efforts, learn to polish and ceramic coat vehicles so we can start introducing higher ticket services in the next phase, build a content library. So this is where you start to get more diligent and intentional about the type of content that you're going to be posting month after month, and build standard operating procedures. I always preach that you want to be building a business in the beginning like a real business and not a hobby. And that's how growth and scaling will be significantly easier. If you're not doing it right when you're starting, it's going to be really difficult to implement into your business once you're operating at a greater scale. And finally, scale. So this is day 60 to 90. This is where we will start introducing higher ticket services, start your cold outreach, implement a more robust CRM, and start to invest in paid ads. It's a pretty nice action plan, clear timeline of moving from foundation to growth through scale. And if you follow this timeline exactly, you will have a real business that's generating serious income and is profitable. Finally, I bought a cookie cutter course too when I first started my program. Even though it kind of helped me out, it was a one size fits all, and I was left with many questions. Definitely didn't feel like I got my money's worth. So I am building something different. I'm building a real community with individually tailored coaching, accountability, and support. It doesn't matter if you're just a beginner, a van owner, or even already own a shop. It's not ready yet, but if you want to join the waitlist, there is a link down in the description of the video, and you'll get something for free, but I won't reveal that yet. But if you just want the $500 starter kit, that's also in the description below. Thank you.